Well, as the emerging markets uncertainty continues, many of our clients are wondering, is there still a buying opportunity in the emerging markets? I'd like to say yes, but let's take India as an example and look at how the emerging market currencies have been under pressure since talk of tapering began. Now, we've seen some unexpected measures to stabilize the emerging market currencies, such as interest rate hikes from central banks like South Africa, Turkey, and India, who raised the rates by 25 basis points to 8%. Now, this stabilized the INR, strengthening it as the US dollar came off from around 63.2 to 62.2 on the day of the hike, before coming back up a little. That's an interesting question. If we look at this objectively and compare this to the currency crisis of the 90s, we're nowhere near the woeful lows of, let's say, for example, 1997, when the Indonesian rupiah fell by about 80% in value and the South Korean won lost about 50% of its value. So, this scenario is very different from that currency crisis. But if we take a closer look and, for example, look at the MSCI Emerging Markets Currency Index, it gives us a rough idea of the best and worst performance of the emerging market currencies. Now, the highest that this gauge rose to was 1726, and that was back in July of 2011, reflecting the relative popularity and strength of the emerging markets about 3 years ago. Now, the lowest that this currency has, this gauge has ever been, on the flip side, was in December 1998, the height of the Asian crisis, at around 690 and that sort of level. Now, at the moment, where are we? Well, we're around 1612. Okay, so far away from the 1998 levels, but let's look at the USD INR a little bit more closely. Now, this time last year, the dollar was trading at around 53.8 rupees, I beg your pardon. And over the last sort of 12 months, it is strengthened by over almost 20%. Okay. Now, if we consider the fact that the Fed has only begun tapering in December, this shows us that the markets have been expecting and pricing in the dollar strengthening for quite some time. Now, it's my prediction that unless we see a major black swan event, the US dollar is going to be climbing, and the Indian rupee will depreciate in value against it. This, in my opinion, makes the going long on the USD INR a very attractive trade for our clients.